bracket this year?
Yeah, I did.
How- How's it looking?
Not good. I don't got any of my Final Four teams left.
Who did you have winning it?
I did two brackets. I had Gonzaga and Arizona.
Dude, you know what? So here's the thing, right? I had Arizona in mind. Um, I'm a fan of Mark Few, but I never trust Gonzaga in a tournament at all. Gonzaga, I
Yeah, I
never trust
know.
them in a tournament, man. Every single year that I picked them, or every single year that I thought that they were gonna do, um, well, I shouldn't even say every single year because they've had the number one seed so many times, and they always come up short. Like, granted, they made it to the championship game last year against Baylor, but I never trust them in a tournament for some reason, man.
Make sure
Never.
you like this video
Right.
and
That was the
subscribe.
same thing with Iowa. I felt Iowa was a little hyped up because they went on a
True.
run at the end of the year and then
Now
they
for sure.
blew it.
Sure. Who so now that you don't got no Final Four teams in left, who do you like winning it?
I I feel like I gotta go with Kansas.
Really?
Yeah.
For some reason for me, man, I want to see, and I like Kansas too. I'm a fan of Bill Self. I'm a fan of Kansas in general, but since it's Coach K's last go round, man, I want to see him get a
No,
championship.
yeah. Most definitely. That'd be pretty cool if he got it. I'm excited to see them play North Carolina. That'll be a good
No,
game.
definitely, that's gonna be a really good game for sure. Um, Question for you, really quick, man. In your when you're getting ready for, and we'll touch on, of course, everything here in a sec. But when you're getting ready for football practice, baseball practice, basketball practice, what is in your what you got on your playlist? What you listening to?
On my playlist,
Yeah,
like rappers,
whatever.
definitely like game day. Definitely gotta go with Lil Baby or Young Boy.
Okay, yeah, you can't lose with Lil Baby at all. Lil Baby
Right?
don't miss, man. He don't miss at
No, he
all.
don't. He
He
really
do not
don't.
miss. Let me go ahead and intro this real quick, man. Let me go ahead and intro this. New viewers, welcome. Returning viewers, welcome back to Baseline to Goal Line. I am your humble and gracious host, Alan Colbeezy Colburn, and in the building with me right now, three-sport high school athlete, first team All Badger Conference, All State basketball player, Jack Campion is in the building. What's up, bro? How you doing, man?
What's going on? How are you?
I'm good, man. I would say this, man. First of all, thanks for giving me an opportunity, and thanks for coming on. I really appreciate it. That's first and foremost. Number two, thanks for being the very first high school athlete that I am going to be interviewing. I really appreciate that, man. I think it's gonna springboard the high school portion of what I do, and catapult it moving forward. And I just wanted to give high school players as well a platform to come on to speak about their accomplishments thus far. I want to touch on things that you want to accomplish during your college days, and then also what you plan on doing after the ball stops dribbling, or and things like that. Because I think that's very important when it comes to high school athletes. Just getting them in the mind frame that this thing that we're doing right now. Yes, everybody has the goals of being a professional athlete. That's cool. I get it. Everybody has those goals. But at some point in time, the air is going to come out of that ball. So what I want to also focus on is not just the sporting aspect of everything, but what are your plans outside of when that air goes out of that basketball. And we'll get to that towards the middle and towards the end of the interview, okay? So what I want to do first, though, is, first of all, congratulations on a great year. I know it came up short. I know you didn't reach the ultimate goal that you wanted to reach, but first and foremost, congratulations on a great year, man.
No, yeah, I appreciate it. And I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to basically tell my story.
Yeah, man, no doubt. So what I want to do is, you know, I touched on it briefly earlier. You're a three-sport athlete, correct? And
Yep.
then those three sports are basketball, football, and baseball, correct?
Yep.
So I just want to start kind of like in your childhood, and then we'll work our way towards where we are right now. Um, what was your first, or what was your first love when it came to sports?
Uh, Getting at a young age, I was really just like playing it to see if I liked it. But
Mhm.
then when it got to the point where you can really start competing and like playing with your guys, and that was really the basically the love for it.
So wait a minute. So, but I'm talking about. Let me rephrase the question. Um, what, but what was your first love? Was basketball always your first love, or did you really get into basketball a little bit later?
Yeah, it definitely was basketball. We always had like a little tyke hoop at the house, playing on that when I was younger. And my dad just he always had a ball in my hand, and I always took it everywhere with me, and yeah, I just fell in love with it.
Okay, so even though you did play basketball, I'm sorry, baseball and football both growing up, you were always so drawn to you were more so drawn to basketball even as a younger kid.
No, I wouldn't say that. I said I basically I was really all three. Like I never knew what my favorite was. It was always I got to be in that. Like I got to be playing at the time. It's my favorite. But no, at a younger age, like probably going up to I'd probably say seventh grade, I was more a baseball guy. Like
Really? Okay.
I didn't play AAU till seventh grade. None of that.
Oh,
I was
wow.
more
Okay.
just travel baseball. But then I really just then decided I wanted to work harder and take more time into basketball, and then I started to like that a lot more.
Did you think that you had something with baseball? Did you think that you had something good with baseball? What position did you play, matter of fact, or do you play? Because you still play right now. But what position were you playing at that point in time up until your seventh grade year?
Yeah, I was always a middle infield, shortstop, in the younger age, and that's what I still am.
Okay, so what was it for you that kind of flipped to say, okay, yeah, I'm playing baseball, and we'll touch on football as well too here in a second. But yeah, I'm playing baseball, but I know basketball is the route that I want to go. What in you flipped? Like what switch flipped for you to say basketball?
Yeah, I really like over the time, just like my progress in basketball, like I really like I started to realize like I could really take a next step with this, and I just like my first AAU season, I like it was the most fun I had. Like I really just loved going out there and competing, and I'm like, yeah, I like this better than football and baseball, and to I want to continue to work at and see what I can get.
Okay, where did you? So your first AAU stint was in seventh grade. You said correctly, right? Correct.
Yeah,
Who did you play with your first AAU stint?
Wisconsin swing for a year.
Okay, so you played with Wisconsin Swing. How did you, when you started playing competitively in that seventh grade season, um, did you know how good you were? Or did you know how good that you could be? Or was it more so like, okay, this is dope, this is fun, I'm around the guys, this camaraderie, is those type of things? Was it more so like, were you taking it serious or was it more so just like a hobby at that point in time?
It was definitely like a hobby to like probably like fifth grade, and then like I just felt like um I felt like I just like made like a big step, and I like really was like working at it. It wasn't just like for fun at that point. Like when I got to high school, it was all business. Like
Sure.
every AAU trip, it was business. But yeah, and I just love competing, and that's what I wanted to do in AAU.
Okay. So your you played with the swing your seventh grade year.
Yeah.
Um, did you also did you play with them anymore after your seventh grade year, or was it just your seventh grade year when you got introduced to the sport?
It was just my seventh grade year, and then I went to a team out of Green Bay called Pack Attack,
Okay.
and then I was with Wisconsin Playground 15 through 17U.
Okay, and we'll get to there in a second too, because I definitely want to ask you some stuff about playground. Okay, so now you are. We're gonna get into like the high school aspect of things now. Okay, um, so you're in the process where you're taking basketball a little bit more serious now. Your freshman year, because you stated that this is a business now more so than it is a hobby your freshman season. Were you still, well, obviously you were, but at that point in time, for since you wanted to take basketball so serious, why were you still playing both baseball and football at those, during your off seasons and not focusing more on basketball, or were you focusing still on basketball while still playing those two other sports?
Yeah, my dad was a big part of that.
Okay.
He was always a three-sport athlete coming up when he was younger, and just a big part of it is just I just really enjoyed like all three sports. Like I had so many people tell me I should just stick to basketball and
Mm-hmm.
I should just rock out with basketball if that's what I want to play in college. But
Sure.
like I really think like I'm only in high school once, and I'm
Right.
gonna play.
Exactly.
I
And
might as
then your
well play
friends
all
and stuff
three.
like that, the camaraderie with your friends and everything, you want to be around
Exactly,
those guys. Yeah, for sure.
exactly.
But okay, so were you drawing interest, or are you drawing interest from those other sports for colleges as well?
I'm not.
You're not okay. So,
I was at some times, but then I really just I want, but yeah, basketball is really what I want.
and I'm assuming the colleges more so they were saying probably okay, we know that we don't have a shot getting him with basketball or with because he's playing basketball. He's focusing so much on basketball that they probably just fell off the radar. Is that one of those situations you think?
Yeah, I had some. There was some football and baseball schools that been trying to recruit me, but I really just leave that alone.
Okay, I got you. Okay, so your freshman year comes, you became a starter at Milton your freshman year, right? How well did you guys do your freshman year?
It was a bad year. I was I was really they really wanted me to play my eighth grade year for the Milton team because I came in the year, but my eighth grade year, the Milton team, they didn't win a game. They were 0-23, and so it was a lot of people like, oh, like Milton's never gonna be this, and I basically just felt like I had a chip on my shoulder the whole time, and I wanted to come in and make an impact.
Yeah.
Um, and we ended up going 4-18 my freshman year.
How do you think you played your freshman year? Like as a
Um,
freshman, how do you think you fared? Especially
as a
going up
freshman,
against now because the competition is a little bit different. You're playing against seniors and juniors and seniors in high school and stuff. So how do you think you fared?
no, yeah, I really I felt like I belonged. And the teams I played, they knew that too, and it was just it was a it was definitely weird coming in. I wanted to obviously as a freshman wasn't the best. I was a little turnover prone and
Sure.
uh obviously just what young players do at the time, but no, I really felt like I came in and made an impact.
Good. Okay. So going into your sophomore season, what was the feedback that you were getting from your coaches and the confidence that you were getting from your coaches saying that okay, Jack, moving forward for the next foreseeable future, these the keys to this organization or the keys to this team is yours. So what was the confidence that they instilled in you, like going into your sophomore season for you to get better, going into your I'm sorry, going into the summer of your sophomore season for you to get better?
Yeah, they that was a big part. I really had the keys to the team. I felt after going 4-18, is like you hear stuff from people in your own city, and it's just like that just motivates you. Like um, coming in my sophomore year, we were a young team. We had some other kids in my grade, and we really would just wanted to change the program around. And obviously like 4 wins is not acceptable. So we all were we were in the lab all summer, we just wanted to make it a lot better.
Okay. What do you think playing with? And I'm gonna show some of your highlights here in a second. Um, but playing because at this point in time now that you're playing with Playground, right? What
Right.
confidence? Yeah, what confidence? Especially going because let's just be real, right? You're going from an inner city type of basketball style with Playground, and you're playing against probably some of the best competition. Is it safe to say that you're playing against better competition with Playground than you're playing against your high school, like in high school, correct?
For sure.
Yeah. So, what type of confidence did that give you? Because from all intents and purposes, you were holding your own when you were playing against Playground. You played really well when you were playing with Playground. So, what type of confidence did that give you? Like I said, going into like your junior season and your, even where you are right now. Because I just gave you some of your accolades that you had before, but playing with Playground, what type of confidence did that give you?
Yeah, playing with Playground was a huge thing. It was we going against the best McDonald's All Americans. We going against top players in the country every game. Um, it's really just holding your own and knowing that I can compete and go head to head with those guys. Coming back to the high school season, I just felt like, man, yeah, we really got to go get it.
Yes,
Like
yeah, and it's so
it's
crazy because sorry to cut you off. What I want to just say this, and I need to just put this in perspective because this is regardless of what it is, it's just the God's honest truth about how people feel about kids coming from up north that aren't in the inner city, especially your skin complexion, you being white, you playing for Playground. They feel like they can bully you around. They feel like they can take advantage of you. They feel like they can say stuff to you to get to get under your skin, and you ain't gonna react to anything. To that you say what?
yeah. I don't care who I'm going against. I'm a go at them.
Yeah, I love
Uh,
it.
yeah, that and I like I'm a little trash talker too. I like to get into people's shorts and I'm gonna just go out there and compete. I don't care who you are.
I love it, man. I love it. So what I want to do real quick is I want to show um, something real quick, man. And this is like some of your highlights from when you played at Playground. Let me know when you can see this.
Yep,
Can you see it? Okay.
yep, I got it.
Let's show some of these highlights, man. Knockdown. And I just want you to, just to talking because just to talk through it with us
Yeah,
because
that game was lit. We had a game winner. Everyone stormed the court. We were live.
what was that turn? Ooh, good pass.
Yeah, we had some high flyers on our team. I just throw the ball near the rim there, go get it.
Who are some of the players that you played against on the squad or played with on the squad?
Um, Jeff Brazil,
Mm-hmm.
Lyric Davis, Max Nelson, Luke Hurdle, Jack Rose, Ice Emery, Emmett, Lau. Yeah, we had a good squad.
Yeah. Hey, Jack, real quick, put in perspective where Milton is. In
It's south of Madison, right
mm,
in the Janesville area.
got you. Yep, got you. And that's just for more so for people that's listening to it. Ooh, good move. I'm gonna just let this run
Yeah,
for a little bit.
I felt like we were really slept on in the AAU season. I think in the circuit, I think we really came out and turned some heads.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, man, it's so dope because like you seeing this. First of all, I like the fact that you ain't scared of nothing. That's the biggest, the first and foremost thing because like I said, you get a lot of people who say, "Oh, this dude is from Madison, white guy from Madison. Oh, the only thing we got to do is just talk trash to him and he gonna fold, or he gonna do." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you get that on a consistent basis, and that's not the case. And I like the fact that you do play with a chip on your shoulder. You play, you know, you're not gonna back down to anything. Somebody talks some crap to you, you're gonna talk it right back to them. I like that aspect of everything, bro.
Yeah, for sure. There was a lot of that. It was they thought they could start the game, just getting in my head right away, and then they
Of
gon'
course.
it's gonna happen after that.
Yeah, for sure. Mm, good move.
Yes. Good move.
Yeah, that's tough. Nice pull up too. Good D.
Yeah, that game right there, we were down about like 14-0, and we came back and they had some high major kids in their starting five. That was a good game.
And one. Good split. Oh, good move. Yeah, man, I love it. What you feeling watching these highlights right now?
Yeah, it's just making me reminisce about AAU. It was a fun year,
Are you gonna
especially with all
now? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah, especially with all the guys we play with. It was our most of our second year all together, and we played well together.
I love it, man. I love it. So I just want to break this up to break up some of the monotony a little bit for a second. But now, so what I want to do is touch on like the season that you just had, your senior season. We kind of like bypassed because this was the summer before your was this the summer before your senior season or your junior season that we just showed?
Senior season.
That was the summer before your senior
Yep.
season. So this year, what did you averaged 17, 5, and 6, correct? Somewhere around there?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
17, 5, and 6. I mentioned the first team All Badger Conference, All State. You made All State. What did you make? What team did you make for All State?
First team.
First team All State. That's what I figured. Okay, yep. First team All State. Um, where are you getting interest from as far as schools right now?
Uh, right now, I'm talking to Southern Indiana, Colorado State, uh, and just some D2s,
Okay.
and Milwaukee a
So,
little bit.
okay, so UWM, Colorado State, and Southern. You said Southern Indiana, correct? So those are the
Yep.
three right now. Are those the three D1s that are
Yep.
showing
Those
interest
are
right
three
now?
D1s. Yep.
Okay, and then the other are Division twos. What's going to draw you to make your decision? Like which you don't have to give me what your decision is going to be, but what is going to be some of the factors that is going to take place for you to make the decision in where you want to go?
Yeah, definitely. Where I can just see myself fitting in really well, and just having relationships with the players and coaches, and somewhere I can see myself the next 4 years. And I really feel like I gotta really like the school, and I'll make my decision from there.
Does it matter if it's going to be Division 1 or Division 2 for you?
Um, yeah, obviously Division 1's the goal. It's every kid's dream as a kid. So I've been pushing myself towards that. If one comes through, then that'll be awesome. Uh, but yeah, I'd go Division 2 as well.
Okay. How many more visits do you have lined up?
Right now only two.
Okay. Do you mind sharing those, or do you want to keep it on the tuck right now?
Yeah, I can share them. Landers in South Carolina as a D2, and then Southern Indiana.
Okay, so Southern Indiana. Okay, cool. Couple rapid fire questions for you, real quick. Um, favorite player,
John Morant.
best or favorite player of all time.
LeBron.
LeBron's favorite player of all time. Is LeBron a goat
Yeah,
to you?
yeah, for sure.
LeBron's a goat.
I see,
Okay.
I see you got the Jordan signs on the back.
I got the Jordan back here or back there. I got LeBron, Kobe, and which shoulder is it over? This you know which one that one.
Yep.
LeBron. Uh, so here's my thing. I'm a Jordan fan. I think Jordan's the GOAT for me personally. But LeBron's my favorite player that I've ever seen, and because I've seen him play since he was a sophomore. I witnessed him play the very first time as a sophomore, and I saw him play throughout his entire career. So that's the reason why, for me, LeBron is my favorite player that I've ever seen play. Um, but you know, if you were to ask me, you would have put a gun in my head and say pick one. I'm gonna pick Jordan over LeBron. But LeBron's my favorite player ever that I've ever seen
for
play.
sure.
Um, Favorite pair of sneakers to wear?
Basketball shoes or just walk around?
Both. Do both.
Basketball shoes, I gotta go with Kobe's. The Kobe 8s are my favorite. And then walk arounds, probably Jordan 4s or Jordan 11s.
Really?
Yeah.
I like the fours. I like that. I like that for you. I like the fours for you. I'm an 11 fan too. I think my favorite pair are the cement fours, the OGs.
Oh yeah, those are
White,
tough.
the
Those are
white,
tough.
the white OGs. That's my favorite pair of Jordans. Um, so when what do you want to ultimately do as far as with your life outside of sports and outside of basketball?
Um, I would like to get into like um becoming like a maybe like a coach or like a sports trainer, but I'm not really positive on what I'm gonna do like majoring for college yet. I want to go in like the business area, but I'm not real positive what I'm gonna do.
Okay. I mean, and it's dope because even if you touch on the business aspect of stuff, right? Um, it's so broad to the point where even if you do want to dibble and dabble into the training aspect of things, you can open up a training business. You
For
can do
sure.
so many things that you can do when it comes to that. I just want to make sure that when I'm doing these interviews now, when it comes to high school students and even students that are in college, that I want them to get into the mindset of um, starting to think about exactly what it is that you want to do. You get what I'm saying? Because the basketball, like I said, it's use it as a tool to get you where you want to be with life outside of it. You get what I'm saying? Like make sure that you are utilizing it correctly, and I'm sure that you are. And I'm not saying this to you to steer you anything or to steer you away or whatever the situation is. I'm more so saying it as just a broad aspect because it goes quick. The playing career goes quick. I didn't have I played high school basketball and I played a little bit of college, but I didn't have the fortunate um, I didn't have the people in my corner to steer me in the right direction to say, hey, listen, this is what you need to be focusing on right now in high school or in college to get you prepared for what's going to be life outside of basketball or life after basketball. Um, and that's another reason why I wanted that I'm doing this platform is just to give people, first of all, to give you your flowers because you deserve it as a basketball player because I'm a fan of yours for sure. But then also just to just to start getting people's mentality in that way to, hey, what are we going to be doing with life outside of basketball, man? So, more so like the reason why I wanted to just ask you about that. So, with the training aspect of things, do you want to be more so hands on with it as far as like development, or is it more so like what can you see yourself doing with it?
Yeah, it's more of a development standpoint. I got a lot of people a lot of young youth kids in my own city that I do a bunch of training sessions with.
Sure.
Obviously, want to grow and progress at that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's just something I enjoy. I just like seeing people. I just like watching people's progress, and that's just something I enjoy.
Okay. One more question. As far as like the um, the competition of things. Well, actually, a couple things. Um, who would you say was the toughest person that you had to guard in high school?
In AAU or high school?
General, either one. Let's pick. Let's do
Oh,
both. Do AAU and do high school too.
Oh, I don't know if I can give you a high school answer. I'm not positive,
Okay.
but AAU is definitely Arterio Morris. Uh, he's a McDonald's All-American. He was in a couple of those highlights, but he's committed to Texas.
Okay.
He's definitely the toughest kid I ever guarded.
Okay.
He's
Three or
legit
more.
pro.
Oh, for sure. Okay, bet. And then if you could play against one person, period. You had one dream person that you could play against. Who would it be? One on one.
One on one. Um, I'll probably just have to go with. Ooh, that's tough. I'll probably have to go John Morant just because he's my favorite player
John Morant is special, bro.
for sure.
John Morant. John
He's a
Morant is.
freak.
Oh my God, it's crazy, dude. How good he is right now.
Mhm.
And I was talking to some people, and I was talking to them about, of course, everything is always hindsight. But if they could do the draft again right now, would they take him over Zion? And it was just like, everybody. Of course, everybody's saying no question right now. And it's because how great he is. The dude is just it's amazing how good he is. It's nuts.
Yeah,
And
he's a
he has the
competitor.
Grizzlies. He has the Grizzlies believing that they
Oh,
can
for
win it.
sure, for
Yeah,
sure.
he definitely got to win it, thinking that they can win it. Hey man, listen. I appreciate you, man, for coming on. Um, I just wanted to give you your flowers while you were here. Before you jump into this college realm, are you going to be playing AAU this summer? You think
I'm not. I'm not.
you're not going to play? You're just going to focus on the next step for college and everything.
Right. Yep.
Okay, good. Um, Once again, I really appreciate you coming on. Um, I just wanted to give you your flowers while you were here. Presently, before you jumped off and went into your next chapter of your life, I think you're going to do great things. Your next chapter of life, man. I'm a fan of yours. I've been a fan of yours for a minute. I've been a fan of yours since I want to say it was your either your sophomore or your junior year. I saw you at the NY to LA tournament, and was that? Did you play in both seasons? Both junior and senior year NY to LA.
Yep.
Okay,
I
it
think
was
it was. I think it might have been sophomore year.
okay. So it was one of those years I saw
Yeah.
you at NY to LA. So if it could have been your sophomore year, and I've been a fan of yours since, man. Definitely. So um, I appreciate you. This platform is now yours. If you need it for anything, if you want to talk about anything, it's always yours to come back, man. Um, you want to give any shout outs to anybody before we get out of here?
Um. Yeah. Just shout out to my family. But, yep. That's it.
Okay, bet, man. I appreciate you once again. Thanks for coming on. Um, for y'all out there listening, I appreciate it. For y'all out there watching, we appreciate it, man. More fire coming, so please stay tuned. I am Alan Colbeezy Coburn. This is Baseline to Goal Line. Peace and love.